Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the What the Football channel. This is the BH and Scrubber Show. And on today's show, we're going to be previewing the upcoming game of the Washington Commanders versus the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to be this Sunday at 1 o'clock. That game is being played in Dallas. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Be sure you join us here on this channel on Sunday at 1 o'clock when we do our live reaction, play-by-play show. I'll be your host, and in the chat room, live chat will be BH answering all your questions, along with all our regulars and viewers and outliers and everybody. It's always a lot of fun. We're going to scream and yell and have a good time, and hoping for a dub. So, BH, what's going to get us there?
Yeah, man. Boy, it would really be nice to get that 6th seed, but you pointed out earlier when we were talking, the 7th seed means we're playing the Eagles. 6th seed maybe going out to LA, but at the end of the day, we've got to play the Eagles anyway. One way or the other, if we're going to go anywhere, we're going through them. So, hey, if we're the 7th seed, we got to go to Philadelphia. Fine, I'm ready for it. I think this Cowboys team is kind of weird because they went out and looked terrible last week, which bums me out. I always like a team to play. I want them always to play good the week before, so they feel good about themselves. Because I think when we played them last time, they had just gotten beat 30-6. And a couple weeks before that, they got murdered by somebody. And we were just going, oh, this team is horrible. Yeah. And, of course, they came and played us tough. So I'm a little worried about them. But, CeeDee Lamb, he's gone now. He's the only guy that Cooper Rush can really count on. He doesn't have that many more people. He's got some decent ones, but now on our side of the ball, here we go. We got a couple of backups, and Tyler Owens and Jordan McGee are out. Marshawn Lattimore continues to be out, which is kind of a drag. He hasn't really given us much so far. Let's hope he can show up for the playoffs. But I guess the big news is the doubtful is Tyler Biadasz and Cornelius Lucas.
Ouch.
So, yeah, those guys need to get healthy. Austin Eckler, KJ Osborne, and our long snapper, Ott. Mm-hmm. He's out for personal, so I'm sure he's coming back. It's not an issue. But I think we agree that maybe Austin Eckler resting is a good thing.
Yeah.
Definitely. And everyone else, and actually, I was shocked to see Diami Brown and Andrew Wiley with no designation. So that's good. I mean, let's get those two guys back because everywhere else are doing pretty good. So on offense, going up against this D, I think I'm glad, I know we kind of crack on Wiley a bit, and he's kind of a weak link on that right side, but, I'm glad to have him there. And I think our backup center,
Dieter.
Dieter. I think it's going to help him a lot to have a full week of practice. He's been practicing with the ones, so he's had a full week, and getting all the calls down, and when they have all the plays, within the scheme, kind of what they're going to run. So he's been able to practice those plays over and over. So not having to come in, for an injured player, sometimes that's a pain. You have to just jump right in. But here he's had a lot of practice, and I just think we got to control that, like we always do, man. Have those long drives. Keep the running game going. I think this team is probably ready to, hit the golf course. They got their plane tickets for Hawaii. Here comes the off season, and and who knows who they'll rest. I don't know. They've they don't have a lot of injuries. Got a lot of people that are kind of questionable, but it just makes me wonder if during the game, if anyone gets dinged a little bit, if they won't go, okay, that's it, go sit down. It's last game of the season. We don't want to wreck some guy, going into the off season. But
did they let Zeke go?
Yeah.
So he's gone, right? He won't play this game?
He will not play.
Not like he was doing anything anyways, but
no, that we could have a whole show about Jerry not signing another running back. I mean, we can go back to us talking about it, going, you're going to go with Zeke and Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
That's your running game. And when you look at all the free agent running backs
Yeah.
that remember how many of them
Yeah.
dropped?
Yeah.
And Joe Mixon, Saquon, the
Yeah.
King, and I mean, and a bunch of other
Yeah.
really good running backs were out there. And Jerry's like, nah, I'm going to roll with Rico Dowdle and Zeke.
Yeah. And like $9 million is too expensive for King Henry when you're
Yeah,
paying like some of these other guys like 30 mil. Well,
exactly.
no, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know how that guy. Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
His
Same here.
brains must be his brains must be scrambled. But yeah, I think we can. I think we just can come out there and control this offense, control their team, get those long drives going. I think we can do it. We got enough people now that we have Diami back. I mean, our wide receiver setup, our tight end setup is really good for Jaden. Our running backs are healthy.
Yeah.
We on offensively, we got the weapons are back. They're healthy. We should be able to get out there and put 30 on these guys without trying even not a whole lot. So,
Yeah.
So that's our offense. So what do you think about the D going up against Cooper Rush?
Well, the last time we played these guys, we had the game in the bag. We let them get away with that Turpin guy, Javante Turpin.
Oh yeah,
He ran that long touchdown back. Plus, Siebert missed an extra point. I think would have tied the game at one point.
yep,
It just looked bad, and we let them get over on us at the end. So we did have that game in the bag, and I'd like to see that go similar this time, except get out front a little bit more. These heart attack games are gonna, I'm gonna slump over in my chair one of these days because it's just too much.
yeah,
So get out early uh, and get some points on the board and create some comfort and get out ahead by the half, 21-7, something like that. Finish up the game, 35-17, something like that. Build yourself a cushion. Maybe even let Daniels come out in the fourth quarter or something
hell
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
late in the game. And all that is to say, me, I like that because the defense always needs the rest. And you could see last week our defense was starting to get beat up in that first half. And then once we got like 2 70-yard drives, we just ate the clock that whole second half, and our defense was fresh. That's
yeah,
really what we need. And one of the key things too is CeeDee Lamb isn't in there, and we've got Marshawn Lattimore's out. Not like he was really doing anything, anyways. But we do have to rely on Mike Davis. He didn't have the greatest game last week, and Hansy St. Just. We got to trust them. I don't mind Igbenogany and Stainless Steel. So they're doing
yeah,
good. They've got the backups of Jeremy Chin, and Quan Martin's been playing out of his mind. Of course, we got Frankie Luvu and Wagner in the middle there, covering them up. And our D line is doing really good. If we're going to have John Allen back this week, that'd be great. I thought they did a great defensive switch up last week by moving Deron Payne around to contain Bijan Robinson in the running game. So we can just control Dowdle, make Cooper Rush make a couple mistakes. We've got them in most categories. We beat them. They've got us on sacks and maybe interceptions. Our interceptions are terrible. We'd like to
yeah,
rectify that maybe on this last game. Get a couple of them would be nice, and just play a nice. I'd like to see a nice, even keeled game instead of this. Not playing good in the first half, hair on fire in the second half. That's cool and all, and it's fun to watch. But I'd rather just see measured, good play. That's it. Just speaks to teams being disciplined, having their game plan together, executing proper way, and stuff like that. Although, if you got to change it up second half and win that way, that's fine by me. But I'd rather have it not go to that last, 9 seconds on the clock on a 4th and goal. Ooh, that's just a little much. So you don't always. We didn't win against Dallas last time doing that. So that kind of thing can go either way. We've just been lucky or skilled or both to come out on top for that kind of stuff. But I see our defense doing really good. We have played them before. We're familiar with who they are. Joe Witt and Dan Quinn, very much familiar with them. So I think our defense should hold up if our offense can hold up as well. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm hoping for.
And I think admittedly, it's good. I mean, John Allen, I forget, he got like maybe 15 or so plays, but we can boost him up now. He can play more plays. He had a great Pro Football Focus, give him a good solid rating. He played really good. So let's get that going. Like you said, man, you know, put some pressure on those guys on Cooper Rush. You know what I mean? I say our guys should cover. They don't have CeeDee Lamb. And they've got,
Right.
those guys are competent receivers. I get it. But you know what? If you got to send some guys and we got to break things up, just tell our DBs, hey, we're going to go zero sometimes. And we're just going after this guy. We're going to get in his head and we're going to mess him up. Every now and then you're just going to have to stay back there. I mean, there's a lot of journeyman receivers. You're not covering top tier guys. So, I say do that, control the running game. And boy, if you could get ahead and force him to have to throw, he is literally he played good against us last time. He did play good, but he is literally the 44th out of 44 quarterbacks on PFF. When you look at his numbers and the way he throws, his yards per pass, I mean, he has the look of a guy that's just a backup journeyman quarterback. Now, I hate to say that because of the fact that he stuck us pretty good. I think we hurt ourselves. I think we came into that game, like you always say, one team has the fire, the other team doesn't. You just can see it. And I think we did not have the fire. So I hope we have the fire this week.
Yeah, definitely so. And it's funny that Dak's passing and his stats still carry them.
Yes.
Even though Cooper Rush is not playing the greatest, they still got pretty good passing yards and stuff like that. So that's pretty amazing. So, yeah, I'm hopeful for this game. It should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to get out there and call it. We owe these guys, and it would really speak to us, taking New York Giants in the division for 2, splitting with the Eagles. And if we can split with Dallas, that was one of the things we talked about early in the season was you got to take your division, man. The only way to the playoffs is through your division. It starts there. And so that it really would solidify what we've done all year and speak volumes for the team. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Me too, man. So I'll see you on Sunday.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody.